Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nina and today I'm going to take part in an art challenge. The challenge is set by a fellow art YouTuber, the beautiful Chantal Arts, and the challenge is to draw in a prompt book or color in a coloring book and see how many pages you can get through within 1 hour. The prompt book I'm going to be using is the Arrtx by another YouTuber, the Cassie project. I just got this book, so hopefully the prompts are not too hard and we can do a few pages. Let's set a timer and see how many pages I can get through. Let's go. Okay, so the first prompt is to study your plants. All my plants are downstairs, so let's go downstairs and take a picture of one and see if we can sketch it. Let's go.
Okay, not to give out spoilers, but I totally messed this challenge up. So I start out great. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna use pencil to do a sketch because that's just gonna take too long. I'm gonna go in straight with a pen and just do a quick outline and get to the next prompt. But then I decide to line every leaf. Like, I totally forget that this is a challenge for a second and take my time trying to line these, put details in every leaf. This takes me like 1/4 of the time. It takes me 15 minutes just to do one page. So for the second prompt, you had to roll a dice and it will give you a color, and whatever color that was, you have to draw something that color. I rolled a 3, which was green, and I decided to draw a snake because recently in a different prompt book I was drawing a snake smoking a cigarette and I really like that snake, so I was like, I draw something similar, but I gave this one like a hot beverage. I was gonna make it like a green tea or like a matcha, whatever it's called. And then while I was sketching, I was like, oh, is one thing enough? Are you supposed to draw more than one thing? And I was like, okay, I'll add a frog sitting on the snake. And then I draw a frog, and then I was like, okay, what are they sitting on? Okay, let's draw some leaves underneath them or like growing in the background. And then I was like, oh, apples are green. Let's draw some apples randomly sitting in the... Okay, this sketch took me another 15 minutes, so I'm like down to 30 minutes to color this just to finish, and I've drawn like 10 things on the page. I'm like, oh god. Okay, now I'm panicking. I'm trying to color this fast. Most of my greens are dried up and they're not working. I'm panicking even more, and the drawing looks whack. It looks so bad. I hated it. I wanted to give up right then. And then I look at the time and there's like 10 minutes left or something, and then I'm like, oh my god, I didn't I done like 2 prompts and they look horrible. So I'm like, okay, let's try and do some more. So I rush another page and another page, and I'm scribbling now. I'm not even drawing, I'm not even thinking. Like, let's just put some color on the pages and call it done. And it looks so bad. The one page after another worse. One page looks worse than the other. And I think I do 4 pages. And I look at it and I'm like, what the hell is this? I can't make a video out of this. This is horrible. I hate it. I hate my life. I hate everything. I wanna die. Okay, that's a bit dramatic. Calm down. I go and order another book. I'm like, I'm gonna give this another go. So the book comes and I look at it and I'm like, I can't do this in 1 hour. I just can't. This is just too stressful. I hate it. It's giving me anxiety. I can't sleep. I'm like, okay, I won't time myself. I'll just do as many as I can, and then I'll check the time after, and I'll stop it whenever I get to 1 hour. So this is where I got to during the 1 hour challenge. I did 5 pages and a little bit. So if you're here to watch me do the challenge, this is it. This is the end of the video for you guys. Because the rest of the video is me just trying to finish the book and go through the book, taking my time, not timing myself at all, not rushing myself, but still trying to go fast because I don't want it to like take weeks and weeks to finish. I wanted to get it done in one day. And I start out by painting the cover with my gold ink, which I think is such a cool touch. Every time I look at it, I really like it because it made the dirt look like dirt, and it made the growth lettering like stand out, and I really like it. I thought it was a nice nice little touch. And the first page I do the same plant, but this time with gouache. Well, I thought it was watercolor, but it turns out to be gouache. This is a new paint I got thinking I'm getting watercolor, and I hated it because I'll show you later when it dries, it just doesn't look the colors don't look the same. But I thought if I use watercolors, it would just go faster than trying to use pens and trying to go all fancy with it and putting those details in there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use watercolors and I'm gonna go through it fast. I'm not gonna time myself, but I'll look at the time in the video recording and maybe like stop at 1 hour, but I don't even check. I think I only do I do more pages. I think I get through a couple of pages, but this is not the 1 hour challenge no more. This is me finishing the book. So the first one I do the same plant, and for the second prompt I roll 5, which was the color purple, and I try and draw some crystals. I was trying to like combine pink and blue to make like a nice purple color, but it wasn't working. I tried adding purple from a different watercolor palette because there was no purple in the palette I was using. There was no color purple, so I was trying to use blue and pink to make a purple. There was no pink, there was no like vibrant pink, it was like a really light pink, so that wouldn't have worked. So I used it was a whole thing. It didn't come out the best, but it was fine. It looks alright. The third prompt I don't know if I'm just not imaginative enough or I just hate this one. I'm so bad at it. I couldn't see anything. Like I saw clouds maybe, or I don't know, maybe like a bird figure, but every time I tried to like figure out where the bird goes, it just didn't make sense. I hated this page so much. I don't think don't put pages like this in your prompts book, please. It's so hard for me. It came out I think No, it's not the worst page. The worst page is the last page. It's so bad. But this one is very close to being the worst page as well. And the next one was Beauty of a Feather. So I just drew a feather again. I am so not creative. Oh my god, you can see how uncreative I am. I just drew 2 feathers. I do them in different colors. That's something. The feathers look alright, but maybe I should have drawn, I don't know, a bird flying and then like a feather falling down off the bird, or like one of those pen feathers maybe with some ink. Oh, I don't know, things are coming to me now, but at that moment I was like, okay, feather, let's draw a feather. So it is what it is. And the next prompt was pastel palette. So I just draw pastel colors on a palette. Sorry, I keep laughing. I'm just still thinking about the first book I did and how horrible it looked. It just makes me giggle because I'm nervous. So pastel palette, I draw a pastel colors from this palette I got, but when it dries it doesn't look so pastel no more. Like I'm looking at it now, it looks muddy. And the next prompt was just coloring the page, and I used my own watercolors like the other palette, which was a good idea. I should have just used that one, to be honest. So that one looks okay. It's just a coloring page. I enjoyed it. I've never, well, I have obviously when I was a kid, but not as an adult, and I really enjoy it. Maybe I should buy a coloring book and do this challenge again with a coloring book, because you don't need to like think, you just color. I think that would be easier for me to do. Maybe I'll try that. Let me know what you guys think. The next prompt was make it delicious. So draw East treats, and I draw these little cookies with little color Smarties in it. It came out alright. I could have done better. Again, I keep blaming the paint, but there's so much you can put on the paint, really. I didn't do a great job on this one. And the next one was that is so cute. Design a cute baby animal character. So I draw the baby and his mama. It's supposed to be a beaver. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. And I gave the mom a little flower crown. I don't know why. Just randomly added that in. I like it. It's cute. I have to let you guys know I don't use paint that often. Again, another excuse. So I'm not very good with paint. So I'm very proud of myself for the for the paint job. Actually, he looks good. He looks cute. Next one was finish this drawing, add flowers. I just added wine, like going up the house, and some small bushes and plants on the bottom plant pots. This one is not very good. It's very rushed. Again, this is end of day 1, so I'm getting tired and I'm rushing through these now. So this one was collect a selection of jars, so draw things in a jar. And I didn't plan this out because I didn't sketch, so some of the jars are sticking out of the page, and they're not very straight, they're like wobbly all over. It looks fine, but again it's rushed and it's not planned, so it could have been better. And this one, it says go for an adventure, like go outside, collect leaves and flowers, I'm guessing, but I spent the whole day inside and we had takeaway, and so I just stuck the receipt in there. Not really what the prompt was asking, but it's fine. I think that was the end of day 1, and day 2 was the first prompt is decorate this room, and I start out coloring the walls a different color, and I think I color it all blue, and then I decide to add a window in the background, and then it looks weird. It blends into the window, so I try to color over the blue with like a neutral color, so it becomes a bit muddy. I think if I just left the background white, just added a window and colored the plants, it would have looked better. But I do mess with it after a little bit with like outlining the plants and decorating it a little bit. It does look better. After, I'll show you guys, I'll do a flip through of the book at the end, and then you can see it looks way better with line work, but I wasn't so happy with it there. This one, the prompt was to add flowers to the stems. So I did a few things wrong. I decided to do the background blue first because I was like, I'm using gouache, it will cover it up, it's fine. And I did the leaves first, thinking like I can add a light color on top of the leaves and the blue to make the do light yellow or something. But what happened was, first of all, look at the water I'm using, it's basically black. And I was too lazy to go get fresh water. So I'm gonna use a yellow or like a light color. So I was like, okay, I'll go for this dark red. And it doesn't look bad. I mean, I add a light pink on it later, which makes it look better, but it's not my favorite page really. It's a bit ugly. And this one was add stuff to the lining, so it says like add clothes and birds and stuff, but I was a little bit over it then because I took so long in the last page. I was like, ugh, it looks horrible, and it took me so long, so I just could draw some clothes and I just call it done. I'm like, rush. And I think I'll take a break here and get some lunch, and I come back, I feel a little bit better. So this page looks a little bit better again. It's succulus. I add line work and white like highlights to it at the end again, and it makes it look much better as well. But I was happy with this page. It looks nice. I like plants, I like drawing plants, so this was an easy page. And this page was draw something yellow, and I was going to draw a lemon and like a lemon cut in half, but that usually takes me so long, and I was like I'm not in the mood, so I just drew a yellow pepper, which came out alright. It was a bit like simple, just slap on the color and move on kind of thing. And another rainy day, I just did a one of these drawings that you don't like lift your pen. So it's just a continuous line of a guy with holding an umbrella, and then I was gonna go in with markers or something and draw like rain falling on him, but then I changed my mind and I do a water drop. It looks so bad. I should have just stuck to my first idea and draw the raindrops. Next prompt, color this page. Again, one of my most, I enjoyed this page more than all the other pages. And I used Ohuhu markers for this page, which is, I think, the best thing to use in this prompt book, because I was thinking it's gonna bleed through, but if it bleeds through, it doesn't matter because there's nothing in the back. Just if you put paper in between each page, you'll be fine. So I do recommend using markers instead of watercolors is fine. I mean, the page hasn't like ripped or anything. When I used it, it was fine, but it was easier with markers. Alright, the next prompt was draw what's in your pencil case. I just drew the pen markers I was using at the time, because there's so much crap in my pencil case. I just couldn't. And the next one is embroidery pattern. I kind of messed up the cat. I started with just the cat, so I just did the cat and I was like, this is ugly, this is boring. And then I added the flowers with paint markers, but like the fine liner paint markers, I don't know what they're called. That I like the background more than the cat, but it looks fine. It's fine. And then we did customize this egg. I just colored in with watercolor and then did scribbles with pen. This was nice. Meditating. Is that a word? It was fun. This page was good. And then draw a salad. This was very rushed. I did a quick, like a sketch. I did do a sketch with this one, I think, and I just colored it in and then outlined it with a pen. I was supposed to go in with the gouache and like put more details in the cucumbers and the tomatoes, but I was too tired by this point. This was the last few pages. And the next prompt was on the ground adventure. So it's like plants, vegetables. I did carrot, onion, spring onion, and a beetroot. This came out alright. I liked how I did the actual leaves for the vegetables, so it came out fine. And then, oh, there's another page. I thought that was the last page. So I did do bugs. I just did with pen. I sketched it and I just outlined it with pen. I did some bugs, butterflies. I did make a lot of mistakes because this was like at night time when I inked it, so I just blacked it out. Again, rushed. And the last page is the worst page ever. I saw I think a TikTok or something where they were using watercolors to like go over each other. It looked nice at the start when I just did the blanket, but then like I added stuff. I don't know, I ruined it. I don't like it. I tried fixing it and it looks worse at the end. I don't know, I just hate that page so much. Oh no. Okay, let's do a flip through of the page and I'll do my final thoughts on this book. Hi everybody, I'm back. I had to take a couple of days off because I got really sick and my baby got sick. But I'm better now and I'm gonna do a little flip through of the book that I did finish in 2 days. Not 1 hour, it was more, I think it took me 6 hours recording time, like while I was sitting at the desk here. And I did some work in bed, like around the house. So I think maybe 2 hours, then altogether like 8 hours to finish the whole thing. I really enjoyed this book. I love how there's some coloring pages, which I have found out about myself that I actually really like. I'm gonna try a coloring book next and maybe try and actually do it in 1 hour. This one's a little bit wet still because I had to fix it today before I started recording. Some stuff about the colors I used. The palette I used that I thought was watercolor has made all the colors, now that they dry, they have this like gray muddy tint to it now. I don't know, it's this one, this is the name. I've seen a lot of people promote this, so I got it thinking it's watercolor, but it feels more like gouache. I don't know if I'm using it wrong, if anyone knows if I'm doing something wrong or but I really don't like the end result. Like after it dries, it doesn't look, the colors don't look vibrant at all, they look horrible. So that kind of has brought it down to the pages. This page is supposed to like collect items to adorn this page, but I haven't been outside the 2 days I was doing this book, so I just put down the just eat things we got that day, and this is from the first book I did. I liked it, so I thought I'll put it in here. That is what I did for the 2 days, so that is what I put in there. Some of the pages I really like, some of them I did rush because like this one was the end of day 1 and I was so tired I didn't even draw the birds or anything. It was really rushed. And this is day 2, which is I came in fresh, so I did more work, so it looks better. And then this is supposed to be a raindrop. I was gonna do like dots to look like rains falling down. I should have done that, that would have looked better, but I didn't want to take too much time because I was already on like hour 6 or something. This one I did with Ohuhu markers and I really liked it. I think this paper is much better for markers because the back there's nothing there, so if it bleeds it's fine. Yeah, I should have just used markers for all of it. Probably came out way better next time, eh? Yeah, like the colors they look muddy. I messed up this cat as well, but if you don't look at the cat, the background looks really nice, huh? Egg, and then again I'm tired and I'm rushing, so it's not the greatest drawing or coloring. Rushing, messing up, and then just filling it in. And this is the worst page out of all of them. but I did finish it and I'm proud of myself for finishing it. I actually really enjoyed the book, and I think she has 3 different ones which I will try out. If she has a coloring book, I will try and do the 1-hour challenge with the coloring book, because that might be easier for me than try and use my brain and think of prompts to draw. But yeah, this was a great book. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.